Hi everybody and welcome back to another video. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing the viral bubble effect with a twist. And with a twist I mean instead of just using chameleon powders, I'm going to try it with glow in the dark powders. I haven't seen it done, so this is a new, for me it is anyway. So I got these, I think it's pronounced CSO, glow in the dark powders. And there's quite a lot in them. And this is what you get. So I'm going to put, there's two other colours but I can't remember where I put them. Typical me when I'm shooting colours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 layers of bubbles using the glow powder, and then I'll back it in a different colour. So to the side here I've got 60 mils of resin. You need your resin if you're using 1:1 resin, just a standard 1:1 resin. You need to let it sit for at least 40 minutes because it needs to be thick consistency. And the reason why it needs to be thick consistency because it needs to be able to hold the structure of the bubbles. Now the bubbles are made from Elmer's glue or any clear PVA glue, and you mix that with colours and then that gets injected into the resin. So the resin needs to be able to hold the structure of the actual glue, coloured glue. So but I'm using the Apex 1 coat, which is their fast cure resin. It is a thick viscosity, and it also cures fast because I'm doing 3 layers in total. I need it to cure as fast as possible. So because this is a high viscosity, I just want this to come to a temperature of 35 degrees. And the reason why I want it to come to a temperature of 35 degrees because 35 degrees because not much longer after that it'll start to cure. So it'll hold it holds the structure better. That's how it is. It's the same with when you're using a bloom. Fast cure resins make blooms better if you do not sit around waiting for hours and hours and hours. So while I'm waiting for that to degas and also come up to temperature, I'm going to mix up some colours. I'm going to use a syringe today. I've not used a syringe. Oh, did I use a syringe last time? I can't remember. So colours we're going to go for. I'm going to go for blue and pink. See, because these are not mica powders and they're just powders, they're heavy, they do sink. So this is why I want to use a high viscosity resin and also let it sit till it gets to 35 degrees. If you are using standard resin and not a fast cure resin, I would advise to let your resin sit to a temperature of about 38. So all I'm doing is just putting some bloom powder in there, and then we just fill up. Not fill it up to the top, but just put some glue in. I like this glue because it's thick consistency. So because this has got a thick consistency and the resin's thick, it holds its shape. I've seen a lot of failures with this technique because of the resin. Especially if you're using like a low viscosity one that's like water, it's very hard to do because the resin doesn't start. By the time it gets to the consistency, it's all coagulated. Right, so I'm going to time that seeds while I mix them up because they'll need a bit of mixing. So we're going to let that degas because that's got bubbles in, that will degas, and sit around waiting for this to degas and to also come to temperature. Once this reaches temperature, I'll come back and we can get on with the first part of the video. So I will see you shortly. Bye. Right, so this is now saying 35.7, so that's perfect. I'm just going to pour a layer of this into there. That there. And what I have done is I've sucked up these neons into the syringes. So the first layer, I'm going to do the lightest colour, which is the pink. It might sink. That's the problem with neon powders, glow in dark powders, because the powders are not my cut. They do sink in normal resin, so hopefully, fingers crossed, these don't sink. So just want to put the nib of the syringe in and just push, and then lift up and out.
Pour it smooth, watch it flow. Epoxy glass, getting glow. Black paste in, take it slow. Mix it right, let it show. Stir it up, oh, 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 oh. Make it shine, make it glow, oh, 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 oh. Color spread, let it flow, oh, 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 oh. Epoxy dreams start to grow.
I'm going to leave that to one side, let that cure. This has a cure time, well, a minimum cure time of 2 hours. This is a fast cure, 2 hour fast cure. Yeah, I'll let that cure and then I'll come back and we can get on to the next layer. So I will get back with you later. Bye. Right, I'm now back and this is now cured enough to pour the next layer on. The reason why you don't wait until it's fully cured is because otherwise you're going to have layers between each part of the clear resin. It can leave a line around your make. So I've mixed up 50 mils of resin, again using the Apex 1 coat from Just For Online UK, and I just want enough just to cover the elbows, the legs and a base in the body. I have got another mould I need to fill anyway. Right. I don't know what I've done with blue. Oh yeah, so what I've done is I've put my blue into this needle nose bottle. It's just because it was going hard in the syringe, so I just thought it'd be best to cut the oxygen off. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to take the needle off, and the reason why I'm taking the needle off is just because the needle is very thin and the glue is thick, and so it's more of a struggle. And then I'm just going to use the nozzle of the bottle and squeeze in my PVA glue. I don't recommend doing this. I'm just doing it because I've got no long neck lighter. Right, so this is now ready. So we're just going to do the same again. So this just sits on the surface of the resin. It's quite good actually. It's
Drip by drip is a secret spell. Glow powder spins in a magic well. PVA whisper sticks so tight. Epoxy waits in the dead of night. Swirling colors in a cosmic dance. Bubbles rising like a new romance. Hands are steady but the heart's on fire, creating worlds that we both admire. Pop that bubble, let it shine. Glow in the dark like it's divine. Resin flows like a dream come true. Every bubble's a piece of you. captured light in a liquid stream, crafting life from a wild dream. Mix it slow, let the magic grow. Feel the pulse, let the beauty show. In your hands lies a galaxy, bursting bubbles set the spirit free. Pop that bubble, let it shine, glow in the dark like it's divine. Resin flows like a dream come true. Every bubble's a piece of you.
Resin, if you're not aware, resin pulls to the centre. So if you're doing something like this, it is a beginner's tutorial. It's not difficult. It's just obviously it needs to be done correctly. And I've given you the correct information, the best way I can. And a resin pulls to the centre. So if you wait your working time of your resin, around about 40 minutes, check your work time of your resin, then it won't all start clustering into the middle, and then you've got air bubbles coming from the work. You just, obviously not too much, because you can lower the viscosity of your resin. And we'll just leave that and get it cured. So what I'm going to do, I've got some diamond glitter UV resin. I'm going to put in the toes. I'm going to put pink and blue in the toes. So I'm not going to do that on camera. It's just more make the video longer. So I'll get back with you once this is cured, and I'll come back and we're going to back this in white, because white will make the pink and the blue stand out much better than black anyway. So I'll get back with you later. Bye. Right, so I've just come back on to show you that I've used pink and blue Diamond Dust Glitters UV resin. These are from Temu. They come in a pack of 24. I will link them. And you just cure them on the top, and I'll have to cure them underneath once this layer is cured with my large lamp. Just give them a quick blast under the lamp. So I will come back to you later once this layer is cured for the back cup. Bye. Right, so I'm back and both layers are now fully cured. These are now cured as they've been in the double-sided UV lamp from Lex Resin. So I've got 100 ml of the Apex High Gloss 1:1 resin from Just For Online UK this time for the back coat. This has a much lower viscosity than the one coat. And I'm just going to add a small amount of the Supreme White Epoxy Pigment Paste from Just For Online UK. So all I'm going to do is just mix the pigment round, and then just, that's it. You don't need a lot. It's very pigmented. If you're using cheaper brands, the amount that you put into your resin can be a lot more. With this, you just need a little bit.
I got the pace in my hand, it's a quiet dance, mixing colors like secrets that don't take a chance. Swirl it slow, let the rhythm take control. In the resin's glow, we're painting up the soul. White paste flows like a dream in the stream. Epoxy's alive, we're chasing that gleam. This world's got a vibe, it's a perfect scene, creating the art where life's never routine. It's a chemistry that's deeper than we see. A little pigment turns the plain into mystery.
Anyway, so I'm just going to pour this down and fill up the mould. Sorry if I'm in the way, sometimes pouring a frog can take a little bit of time because you've got all the toast to get into. So once this is filled, I will leave this resin to degas for a couple of hours, no, about an hour. And then I will stick it on my heat mat for an hour, and I'll be back to demold. So I will see you for the demold. Bye. Right, so we're back and this is now fully cured. So I'm going to get this demolded and we're going to take a look and see if these bubbles have actually remained elevated in the resin. And we'll even check to see if it glows in the dark. It is a tad soft as it has just come off my heat mat. I do find with my carpal tunnel this demolds better, well, a little bit easier for me. Being a little soft because then I'm not struggling to pull it off. Apologies for the dogs barking next door. I can't control them, unfortunately. That's why I got an husky. So they don't bark. My husky doesn't bark, he just howls instead. I don't know where to try it out. We'll do it this way and then we can flick him over. Ready? There we go. Yeah, there's his head elevated, as you can see. I think it's a really cool effect. I love it. That neon pink seems more, not the glow in that pink seems more like a red. But yeah, it is quite a fascinating technique. I really do love it. I love it how you've got the colour, you actually a bubble. So if you look at it, it's got like a liquid membrane around the bubble shape. But yeah, I really like it. It's really effective. They're all dry. Just making sure. But yeah, so I didn't put any eyes in because I couldn't be bothered messing around with. So we're just gonna do acrylic markers. I will link these as well because these are absolutely fabulous. These, I love them. Just going to give him some black eyes just to separate his eyes. I love these pens. I think they're one of the best pens I've used. Especially for a marker and resin. There you go. Cool. Right guys, I'm gonna leave that with you for today. But anyway guys, so please like, comment and subscribe if you've not already done so. That would help my channel out so much. And I shall see you on tomorrow's upload. Goodbye, thanks for watching.